Good morning and welcome to today's International Space Station update. The crew today on board the station is continuing a few maintenance activities that have been going on since yesterday, as well as being involved in a number of experiments. Starting off with Commander Dan Burbank, who is continuing the work that he started again yesterday, removing and replacing a catalytic reactor inside of the station's water recovery system that failed when a leak was found. He's working to install a temporary catalytic reactor filter, and he is being assisted throughout by NASA astronaut Don Pettit. He also took some time to help out Andre Kuipers with an integrated cardiovascular ultrasound scan earlier today, and just a little bit later in the hour will be involved in a U.S. public affairs event speaking with reporters from CBS Radio. Meanwhile, Russian cosmonaut Anton Shkaplerov is doing a food container audit in the Russian segment on board the station, and also was performing the Uragan Earth Observations Experiment, which is a project that looks to monitor the areas where natural and man-made disasters are forecasted, utilizing the unique vantage point that the International Space Station provides. Meanwhile, his fellow Russian cosmonaut Anatoly Ivanishin, immediately upon wake-up, started his day with the Sprut-2 experiment, which is an investigation into the unfavorable impact that zero gravity has on the astronauts' hydration abilities and also their post-flight orthostatic tolerance, or the distribution of bodily fluids. He was also working on inspecting and cleaning some of the computer system laptops in the Russian segment, and also doing something called the fungostat treatment in some of the areas behind the panels in the Zarya module. The third Russian cosmonaut, Oleg Kononenko, was doing some stowage work with that Progress 46 resupply vehicle, moving some cargo around, and is also joining Ivanishin in that fungostat treatment process, working on a few additional panels inside of Zarya. European Space Agency astronaut Andre Kuipers did an integrated cardiovascular scan earlier this morning. That is a research project that looks to study cardiac atrophy, which occurs during spaceflight, cardiac atrophy being the weakening of the heart muscles. And then following that, he's been working on some filter inspection and cleaning in the U.S. segment's atmosphere revitalization bacteria filters. That'll take up a good portion of his day today. And the final Expedition 30 crew member, Don Pettit, was again assisting Commander Burbank in that water recovery system repair, working on removing that failed catalytic reactor. And following all those activities today, he'll be doing some modification work to the Treadmill 2 rack and the water recovery system rack, bringing them back to a nominal configuration. The other major event going on board the station today is the continued work with the robotic refueling mission, where payload controllers down here on the ground are using the space station's robotic arm to manipulate this payload, which was delivered back in last July. Today they'll be working with the wire cutter tool and the multifunction tool, cutting a few wires, and again, this is the second day of 3 days of this robotic refueling mission ops.